Now we will start working on the admin panel. For creating the admin panel, first of all I go to the Solution Explorer and create a new folder, admin, so that all the maximum files related to the admin panel is in this folder. Now what to do in this admin panel, or what facility we should provide in the admin panel. Admin can edit, delete and add new jobs, and admin can view the resumes uploaded by the job seekers or users on, and the admin can download and all these things. So first of all, and now one more thing, and that here is the main user website. So in the admin panel, these links are not so important: home, about us, contact us, and sign up and log in, and all these things, and this latest news are also not important. So we will remove this, and for removing this we will create a new master page. So just right click on the admin, add new item, select a master page and give the name admin master page dot master and add. Now one master page is added in this admin panel. Now go to the desktop and see web template, and okay, let's open the home.html, or just copy and paste home.html and rename admin home, and open this into the Dreamweaver. At this time we are just designing the admin template. So we will take the same template, but we will do some changes in this. Suppose this portion, we do not require this portion, and instead of this portion we will take some dynamic menu control from the HTML, from the ASP.NET. So first of all, remove this now td table. Okay. Secondly, write maxtechtraining.com, maxtech job portal. And we can write we can write here just remove this p tag and take a br, write admin control panel. This is the admin control panel. Or any type of changes you want to make this. And now here we will take some dynamic menu, and this latest new portion also we want to remove. So delete all this, delete even this table from here, and even merge both of these td. And also delete the content inside this td. Here we will place the admin portion contain placeholder. So let's take some height, suppose 200 pixels, it's sufficient. Now here is the HTML. So take the HTML from the HTML tab to the next HTML closing tag. Just copy this and come to the admin master page and just do the same step which we have done in the user master page. Now take this contain placeholder from here and place this contain placeholder into this portion, and also take the form tag and take this form tag after the body and closing form tag just before the body close. And now remove this all and write head run server in the head tag. And even if you don't write at this time, even it will work, because we are not doing any server activity for the head. Yes, this is a CSS file, and now our path is different here. So first of all we have to pick a new URL. This is CSS. This is our CSS file. So this is // and after that you will get CSS file. And maybe there is some problem with the images also, so same procedure you can take for the images. Which image is this? Image 3. // Now fine. Now go to the design portion, then you will get your design here. Okay, do one thing, that copy this images folder and paste this images folder into the admin panel. Actually, because there is some little images are also there which will be not able, which is not properly linked, because it is included in the CSS file, and if we change the CSS it will disturb the user site also. Now it's fine. Now we can take in the navigation control, just take a menu control and change the property in the orientation, and just take the orientation is horizontal and just auto format this. Or even you can change according to your choice. Now it's fine for me. Now what links we required here and what pages we required here? First of all, we need a admin home page. So let's create a new web page, home, select a master page, but at this time the master page is from the admin panel. This is the home page, and after that take a page, view jobs, where you can see the all jobs. Select master page from the admin, add one more page, add new jobs, add master page, add another page, view resumes, select master page, add, now if any other pages is required, we will create after whenever we require. And manage this link, edit item, click on the edit menu, add new item, and just change the text, write home and navigate URL, select home from the admin. Okay, one more page we required, admin login. Create another page, jobs, give hash in the jobs, and create a sub menu for the jobs to add new, and select in the navigation URL in the admin, add new jobs, and in the same view go to the view, edit, delete, go to the navigate URL and select master page from the admin, select view jobs. Why I have written edit, view, edit and delete? Because we will show the all the jobs in a grid view, and in the grid view same we will give the delete option and also for the edit option. After that just click and add a root item, jobs resumes. In the resumes create a submenu, view and delete download. And okay, now here is a small menu item. Now come to the first of all come to the view jobs and go to the design phase. Okay. Now set title view jobs, and after that take a grid view control from the data tab in toolbox, just drag and drop, format some, okay, fine, and set width equal to 100%, so it will be in 100%. Now bind this with some data source, select a new data source, database and select the connection string with the job portal connection string. Now next, and after that select a table where all the jobs are placed in, and this is the TBL jobs, and select all the columns. And if you want to apply any sequence or any ordering or any condition, but at present we are not concerned with any other things. We want to require that all the fields are viewed in this grid. Now test. Okay, you will see all the things and finish. Yes, this is the connected with this all field. You can change the heading of this field. So for changing the heading of this field, now I go to the edit column and select one. Let's take a job ID as is representation of ID, and job title, and description, and last date for applying, number of post, required qualification या फिर qualification required, and experience required. So exp dot required. That's fine. Now this is our view jobs, and if suppose we want to edit or delete these jobs, so we will give some option over there. So for this editing and deleting, just go to the edit column again and add a template field here and hit. Select a template field and add this template and take a header text is delete, and add one more template field and set the header text as edit, and OK. Now at the end here is the delete and edit to template field. Now go to the edit template and select this is the delete edit template, item template. Insert the one hyperlink in the item template and set the property of this item template and text hypertext, change this text into the delete, and let's place a hash in the navigate URL. And similarly just select from here is edit column and take a hyperlink in item templates, and let's go to the property and change header text to the edit now, and place a hash in the edit column. Okay, now right click and end template editing, and now you will get this delete and edit link. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's take a hyperlink, let's take a label for the error message or any type of message, and just place this into the center, or let's forget delete the text and change the id property error. Go to the property and LBL error. Why it is not renamed? Let's delete it and take another one. Okay, let's leave the same label 1 name. Now what we have to do in this delete link, go to the source and take the item template, and here is the delete link and it is the hash. Now in the navigate URL, write hash data binder dot eval and container comma data item dot IGID. Now this IGID is the ID of job, and I want that whenever somebody clicked on this delete link, then it will be redirected to the same page but with some query string. So give the name of this same page, viewjobs.aspx, and take a id del. It is a query string variable del. You can give any name, but for the delete I am taking the del, and let's take a 0. And similar code we need to write for the edit, but in the edit portion give the edit link and even pass and even go to the new page, create a new page, edit jobs. Select a master page, admin master page, and okay. View jobs. Now this is the edit jobs. So now this is the design portion. Now we will see edit after some time. First of all, we will maintain the delete portion. So for deleting the job, I just exactly what happened that whenever somebody clicks on this delete, somebody or administrator clicks on this delete will redirect on the same page, but a del query string variable, and del contain the id of this job. So what happens whenever this id is come into the query string, we will collect this id del from the query string and delete the corresponding records from the database for this particular job. Let's see how we can do this. Just go to the page load event and check if request dot query string del is not equal to null. In that case, take the connection SQL connection strings. For this, using system dot data dot SQL client, and come to the SQL connection is con equal to new SQL connection configuration measure dot connection string, and in the square bracket take the name of the connection string. So you can take name of the connection string from the web.config file. Here is the connection string, and paste it. Take a .toString. Okay, after that connection dot open, and SQL command com equal to new SQL command, and after that com dot connection equal to con, and com dot command text equal to. Now here we need a delete query, and so delete from tbl jobs where ijid is equal to, and this id is come from the query string. So concatenate the request dot query string and del dot toString. Now after that, execute this command dot execute non-query, because it's an delete query. Okay, and what we have to do after deleting this query, just response dot redirect to the same page, view jobs dot aspx, and set id equal to delete, means record is deleted. Means whenever somebody clicks on the view jobs delete link, first of all request means page is redirected to the same page with the query string variable del with equal to some job id. And when this page is loaded, first of all it is checked that in the del variable, query string variable, whether it is set or not. If it is set, it means this page is viewed at the time when some users wants to delete some data from this, and after that this query is executed, this code is executed, and job will delete it from the database, and after that response dot redirect to the same page. So again it is redirected to the same page, and id will be the delete. So after that, if request dot query string and id is not equal to null, and after that if again place this is if again dot toString is equal to delete, then label one dot text equal to job deleted successfully. Okay, and finally semicolon. Now let's execute this and see what happens. For this okay, this is the home, so I just write admin / home. Now it's directly open home page, but we require that, and here is the link, but we require that this page should not be opened without any authenticated username and password. So we need to make a login page for the administrator. So after that we will create this. First of all, we will check the view jobs. Now it is the jobs here, and if suppose I delete any job, should I delete, or let's make some entry, another entry for open. So let's do some rubbish thing. I just give some, that is the date, so let's copy this date and paste here, number of post, and let's leave all this field blank. Now if come to this page and refresh, we will get another job. So let's try to delete this job. So click on the delete. Okay, there is some problem. View jobs. Okay, view jobs dot aspx. So problem is with the view jobs. Go to the source, and here is the aspx, not the asxp, and I think same problem with this also. Now again save this and refresh. Go to the back and refresh it. Now I delete. Now job deleted successfully, and job will be deleted from the database also. So here we can delete jobs from the database. Okay, before doing the edit operation, first of all we will do some change. First of all, change the size of this menu. It's a very, font size is very small. So go to the admin master page and select this menu, and go to the property, and you can change the font size. Here is the font size. Let's change this font size into some pixels. Let's take 10 px. It is more less 14 px. Let's see on the page. Refresh. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, now after that we will do work on this add new jobs. Okay, add new jobs. Add new job, not the jobs. Let's take a sorry, insert a table. First of all, check whether it is okay. This is division tag is inserted, so delete this. Now let's take in table. Now this table is having suppose 8 row and 2 columns, which should be 100%. Border, cell padding and cell spacing. Border should be 0, cell padding and cell spacing you can put 5, and I think okay. Now select all this column, just select all this and go to the property and put a line right. Okay. Now here is the job ID, which is auto incremented, so we need not to give this job ID in the field. Now take the job title, description, let's copy from here, because for new job we need this. Last date for apply, number of post, okay, new number of post. After that, qualification required, experience required. Okay, this is the delete and edit field, so not to give them. Now here text box, I just copy this text box and paste. And for the description, let's take a multiple valued text box and increase the size of this, and property of this, and let's realign the top. Okay, I think this width of 100% will give the problem. So first of all, find and replace this with the blank, so this all will be blank. Or you can also do replace all. Okay, delete this dimension also. Now come to the design and let's place some column. Okay. Now it is okay. Yes, go to the property, and it is single line and it is multi-line. Okay, now that's fine. Now you can also use validation controls for this, that nobody can means administrator can also not enter the blank values for this. Just go to the validation and place a required field validator, change the property error message into the star, and just copy this, paste everywhere. Okay, fine. And insert a button and set the button property, submit. Okay, and take a btn, submit, and the ID of button, and let's btn submit. What is the problem with this? Okay, let's go to the property and control to validate. Okay, we have not changed the name of any control. Let's take txt job title. what is the problem? Let's see what is wrong. Let's change ID from here. This is the job title, so txt job title, and here is the description, so txt desc description, and after that last date, so txt last date, and number of vacancies, so txt number of post, and after that qualification required, so txt qualification required, and exp required. Okay, and this is the button btn submit. Save it and come to the design portion. Now it is the add new job form is ready. Now what we have to do only, okay, one more thing, that we have to go to the property of validators and set the validation txt job title. Now this is the txt control to validate txt description, and property control to validate txt last date. Okay, after that txt number of post, txt qualification required, and finally experience required, so txt exp. Okay, this is just experience required. Fine. Now let's take txt and go to the source and set this txt. Fine. Now we have to do code that whenever someone fill the form and submit it, so the data will be submitted in this. So let's go. Now for this we have to use system.data.sql client. Let's take SQL connection on equal to new connection, and connection string for the connection string configuration manager dot connection string, and take the connection string name from the web.config dot toString, connection dot open SQL command com equal to new SQL command, and com dot connection equal to con, and com dot command text equal to. Now we have to put an insert query over there. So first of all we need to make a query. So let's go to Management Studio Express and connect to the query builder, and let's write a query in query editor. So insert into tbl jobs, and let's take the name of the fields columns. Let's for IJID is auto incremented. So first of all the job title comma txt description. Let's do one thing. Let's right click and modify. So in the modify, let's copy and paste. This is better method because in the typing we can do some spelling mistake. And after that, let's take all the portion again and copy this, and let's set a values and paste this. Now put them all into single quotes. Sorry, this is the integer value, so you can place yes. Now you can execute this. Okay, there is some problem, the syntax. Okay, date time. Okay, this is the date time, so let's place some proper date. One row is inserted, and you can also view the row, the data is inserted proper or not. Select star from TBL jobs. Let's execute this and see. This is auto incremented, job ID and job title is okay, fine. Now date is also fine, number of post is fine, and all these things are. It means query is fine. Copy this query and let's come to the .NET and paste it, and let's take this into the single line. Okay, is there any problem? Yeah, we have to close this and semicolon. Now we required on the places of this value, we require text boxes. So double quotes plus txt job title dot text, and after that description txt desc dot text, date txt last date dot text 4 txt what is this? 4 is required number of post. Now this is the required qualification required dot text, and finally is the experience required, so txt exp required dot text. Now okay, now execute this command by execute non-query, and after successful execution we can redirect to the response dot redirect to the view jobs, the double quotes view jobs dot aspx, or you can set id equal to job edit new job is added. Now in the view job go to the page load event, and in the id, if id is deleted, then show the message job is deleted. But if stack, copy and paste, and if id is added, in that case new job added successfully. Save this, save all. You can save all from here. Now just refresh it. Okay, this is the job. I just delete it. Yeah, it's deleted. Now go to the add new job. Now give a job title, suppose tester, or suppose a trainer. Now trainer is required, and in the description field we can give the description. Trainer is required to train or to provide training in ASP.NET. Last date for applying, then we have to give first month, so 8, and give 25 is the date, and 2010. Number of post, suppose give 5. Qualification required, let's give B, and experience required is 5 year, or just write 5 and submit this. Okay, new job is added successfully, and if you see, there is the job. Now if you want to add more jobs, then go to again and add new, and again fill the form and submit it. Okay, but in case if we do some mistake, suppose let's give some garbage value, let's give, and I submit the page, it will give error, execute non-query. Why it is giving error? Because the input format is not correct in all the cases, because number of post must be an integer value, so, and date is also a date time field, so that's why we cannot insert some rubbish things, some garbage value in this. So to control this, we can use exception handling over there. Now for the exception handling, what we can do, in the add new job post, add new job page, in the C# code, we can place the C# code into the try catch block. So write try and catch, and write exception class object variable, and let's give, okay, there is no label, so first of all take a label on the top of the above, place a label and set the ID. Okay, ID LPL error, I think it will give problem. Okay, there is no issue here. It will not happen with you because it's a not a programming problem, it's some system technical problem. LBL error, and let's take the text blank and color right. Now go to the coding and let's take LBL error dot text equal to write error colon plus ex dot message. This is the string concatenation, means if any like this, if you submit, okay, just refresh first of all, and now if you submit any rubbish things with this, it will give an error. The name is tx is not permitted in this context, only constant expression or a variable allowed here. Column name are not permitted. Fine, it means suppose first of all, means the input data are not in the correct format, so you can also apply some specific checks over there for the numerical value and all, for all these things, because it's admin panel, so we expect that the admin will not enter such type of rubbish things with the database, so we are not worried about the error. That error is should come in the correct format. It is sufficient, because when error is coming, it means the data is not saved. Please check the data correctly. Now it is over. Add jobs and view and delete jobs are completed. Now we required to do a edit job. So for the edit job, we can also use the same page, but we can also create a separate page. So let's I will create a separate page. So add a new page, new web form, edit jobs, and select a master page and go to the administrative panel and select a master page and edit jobs. I think there is already an edit job, so cancel it. Okay, we have already created this page, so let's take edit jobs. And the design of edit jobs is similar to the new job, so let's copy this full table. Sorry, what happens? Yes, copy this table and paste this table into the edit job, and instead of submit, we will write update. Now when edit job will work, whenever any user will go to the view jobs, view delete and edit jobs. Now if somebody click on this link, we will forward the user to the edit job, and ID of this job is also forwarded in the query string of this job. So for this, let's go to the view job.spx page, and in the coding portion, in the edit link here, in the query in the link field, we have placed a view job.spx page link, but instead of view jobs, we need to give a edit jobs. Let's check the name. Yeah, it is edit jobs.spx, and in the query string is edit equal to 0. Now fine. After that, let's go to the edit job page, and what we have to do, whenever somebody click on the edit jobs, when the edit job page will come, let's try this. Suppose I have clicked on this edit button. Now it is giving some problem. Okay, there is some problem with this button because we have not created the button click event. So now we have created the button click event, so problem is solved. Now go to the back, and again let's save this contents. Okay, now click on the edit. So if you click on the edit, your what happens, control to validate property of the required field validator 7. Let's check what happens with the control to validate property. Okay, these all text boxes are converted. So first of all we need to again change the ID of this. Let's take txt job title title txt dsc description. I think when you will do such thing, then you need not to write its give name, give ID again, because it will copy from there, but there is some system problem. Last date, and txt number of post, qualification txt qualification required, txt exp required. Okay, now this is button, submit. Now once we will also check the validation, job title, next description, next number of post, next qualification required, next experience required. Now I think it is completed. Refresh it. Yeah, this page is open now, and see, let's see from the beginning. Whenever I click on the edit button, it will redirect to the edit jobs.aspx, and in the ID, in the delete variable of query string is equal to 2, which is the job ID of the job which we want to edit. Now what I want here, I want that the previous value should come in the fields, all the fields, so that I can check that what is the previous value, and if I want to edit in any value, then I will just delete or edit from there and just update from this button. So for this I have a job ID in the query string. So first of all, collect this job ID and extract the data from the database table corresponding to this job ID, and show this data into this field, in form field. So let's come to the coding, and it should be happen at the time of page load. So come to the page load event and write some SQL select query. So let's take once again using system.data.sql client. Now to save the time, I'm just taking some code from the other page, like edit jobs. Let's take connection command and or take just it from command text, copy and edit jobs, paste it. Now here is the command text. Command text is the select star all fields from TBL jobs where IJID will come from the IJID is equal to plus request dot query string, and here is the query string variable is the edit dot toString. But before using this we must have to check that whether it is set or not. So for this, request dot query string edit is not equal to null. After that this code can be written and executed. So for this we also need SQL data reader tr equal to com dot execute reader, and if data reader has row, then this read method will return true, and it will read the first whatever row is in the data. And let's take in the txt description dot text equal to dr in the square bracket. I think let's take from the database. Here is the table. Okay, in the description field t description is there, dot toString. Now let's take completely this and paste sometime. Instead of txt description, experience. Now take experience required from here. Now after that let's take job title, last date, number of post, delete control space, qualification required, and I think yeah it's not last, so shift delete, so it will delete the row. Now come to this field and change this job title. It is the beginning, it is last date. Copy this, paste here. It is number of post, copy this, paste here, and qualification required, so it's required qualification and paste here. Now this is over, data is filled with the data, and now connection should be closed. Let's see what happened. Save it, and now go to the edit and view jobs. And now if you click on this edit, okay, now you will see that every data will be coming in the fields. Now if you want to make any type of changes, and suppose if you want to increase or decrease the date, or if you want to increase or decrease number of posted, or if you want to add some more information in the description and anything, if you want to edit, just edit here and update. But in this update button we have to write some code which will update the data in the database. So now we have to work for this update button. This is the edit job page design, and it is the view jobs. Yeah, it is the edit jobs, and here is the page. Here is the button submission click event handler. So write some code for insertion and the data, so we required same command connection and command text. So copy this content and paste here, and after that you can write your update query here. Now so what we have to do again, let's go to the Management Studio Express and let's create a query here. So update TBL jobs and set and take all this value, because we can change anything from this. Let's take all the values, because previous value is already in the text box. Now new title, new DSC, last date, maybe anything. Okay, here is the month, so 3/30/2010, and then number of post 5, required qualification B, and required experience should be 3 years. Okay, one more thing, where it is important, because if you have not applied where condition, then it will change all jobs. Where IJID is equal to, let's have changed 4 number 4. Now press F5 or execute this query. Yes, no, 0 row is affected, because what happens, let's check. Okay, there is no 4, there is a 5. So change it to the 5, F5. Yeah, it is 1 row affected, and select star from jobs and see. Yes, it is changed. Now new title, new description, this date is new and begin 3 years. So now our update query is ready. So let's copy this update query and paste this into the command text. Now change the values whenever wherever we required. From here is the title, new title. So new title will come from the text box, title txt job title dot text, and same new description will also come from the same place, txt description dot text dot text, and this is the last date for applying. It will also come from the text box, so txt last date dot text, and this 5 will also come from the txt number of post dot text, and experience, okay, qualification required should also come from the txt qualification required dot text, and now the same experience required will also come from the txt exp required dot text, and IJID 5, from where we will get this, we will get this value from the we will get this value from the query string. So first of all, let's check if request dot query string and edit is equal to null, is not equal to null. Only in that case this queries will execute. So we can take request dot query string and edit dot toString. Okay, now it is, the query is ready. Now command dot execute non-query, because it's an update query. Update query does not require any data reader or any container, and after that connection should be closed, and it is the data is updated. So we will redirect response dot redirect to the again view jobs, but with another query string ID, now updated. And in the view jobs page load event, now this is delete for the this is for the deletion, this is for the addition, and now again we will take another one for the updated, and according to this set the message job is updated. Job is successfully updated. Now let's see how it is working. View jobs. Okay, after view jobs, go to the edit, and after edit you can change any value. Suppose I edit this value 3, and now see what happens. Update this. Yeah, it is still 3. Okay, it is 3, and it is still 2. Let's see again, and I write 4 and update, but it is still 2, means it is not updating. So what is going on? Actually there is a problem with edit job page load event, because this is a page load event, and this page load is always executed whenever any post back operation will be performed. So whenever you click on the submit button, our page will be posted to the server and back to the client side. So whenever it posted back, then this code will execute again. So it will what it will do, it will take data from the database and again set into the tables in the form field. So the automatically the previous value will come from the database and come to the text boxes. So for this, what we have to do, write a simple if condition. If not is post back, means this code will execute only when the page is not post back. It means whenever first time this page is loaded, then this code will be executed, so that the only values in this page you will able to see. So let's take from the beginning. Now edit. Now suppose number of experience required, I will change 4 here. Now update. Let's see, this is 4 here. Now you can change any information and it will be reflected in your designing. So here we have seen that how we can edit, delete and maintain the jobs by this job option. So this is how we have seen that how we can do maintain the jobs over there. Now the remaining portion is in our job portal is the resume, so that administrator can view, edit, delete and perform all the operation with this delete.